Now we're going to add context. So, first thing we have to do is we have to ask ourselves the question, what does it mean to be a man? Because being manly has nothing to do with a woman. It has nothing to do with pandering. It has nothing to do with just providing. Yeah. Being a man means being purposeful. That's what being a man is.
I'm happy he got him. You feel me? 'Cause he one of them ones. Like, I don't know what he get out of it. Well, yes, we know what he get out of it, but I don't know what he get out of sitting there lying to y'all, bro. I don't, and I'm happy this the person who talking to him, because I have not seen an unfair point of his yet, even though we have biases. We all have them.
It means that whatever it is that I seek from God, because my purpose is not a woman. A woman is a helpmeet. So when he panders to you guys, and ladies, remember, I don't know what he's selling. I don't know what product that he has. But my goal is to get you married. My goal is to have you married based off of what God says is sanctified, right? I don't want y'all divorced. I don't want you unequally yoked. I don't want you to be a single baby mom. I don't want you shooting your shot in the dark thinking that this guy is giving you insight when he's just giving you talking points with no real substance behind it.
Let him cook.
And here's the context.
Yeah. Like when I say shit like, be more insightful with your questions. Don't just use the questions he asked you. Use your own questions. Maybe even ask a question that he would have to explain a scenario that he's been in before. You know, there's many different ways to figure out who you're dealing with before you even get too far.
At what age do you want to be married? Do you put yourself in a position to find the person that's best for you? Has your father given you away? Does your parents actually see value in the person that is looking to marry you? And when you start to ask yourself these questions,
accountability
and
questions.
I don't speak to just rich people because we both have money, we both have resources. So let's remove that from the table. I speak to the majority, not the minority. And when you are 20, 21, 22 years old, especially if you are a person that's looking to become a man, you are supposed to fail in controlled environments, meaning that your father is not even supposed to give you everything.
Very true.
He's supposed to give you what you need in order to be successful. My father was able to buy me a car, but he told me that I had to earn it and work for it because I valued it more, which then extended to every single thing that I touch, including the woman. See, my wife is here. My wife travels with me. She knows me. She understands me, right? And so at 20, 21, 22 years old, you supposed to be broke. Unless you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do in order to get it.
Right.
You supposed to be building. You supposed to be understanding each other. It's a storming, a norming, a forming situation. And in no circumstance do you ever come into it fully understanding who the person
If for whoever's watching this, if you don't understand what he's saying, he's basically saying there's no way possible to be a regular person, come on this planet and just have it. You can't just have it. You have to build regardless. Pretty, ugly, whatever. You have to build. If you're not building, you're just taking. That's it. Hopefully it get through to who it need to.
regardless of whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And so when we start to look at what God has ordained to be great, the purpose of a man, it's not just to give spirituality and leadership. And it's to understand. The first thing that the word says, in everything that you do, you get understanding. And everything you do, you get understanding. I don't even know her. I don't even know you. Everybody is out here dating. Everybody running around. Everybody doing everything. They're giving themselves to each other. We think that money or resources or what you can do or what you can offer a person is supposed to make up for all of the insecurities and the problems and the issues that you have in your childhood. What have you solved for? Right? Do you have problems in your childhood? Do you even have a father? Do you know what it means to be a man? It's a lot of women that's raising men to be feminine because they're in single parent households, right? How does that look? What does it look like when you get into a situation with a woman that has a child out of wedlock already and then she still has to deal with the father? How do you deal with that?
Just don't get into them.
See, these are the questions that he can't answer for you
because it's
the only thing he talks about is pandering.
Yes.
I'm talking about context. I'm talking about substance.
Like they don't want the truth. They do not want the truth. Because he's saying it, I said shit like this, and there's always some type of pushback. There's not even a blame though. Like there's not even a blame. We're just saying that something is wrong, and we all need to look at ourselves.
I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about praying together. I'm talking about building. You're supposed to get married when you're young because it prevents you from sinning and finding yourself with all these bodies and these soul ties that ultimately carry with you for the rest of your life. And then you start to see every single man and you can't take it out of your memory with the person that you wind up being with. Most women have skipped over the man that they're supposed to be with because they didn't have the guidance, because they didn't have the spirituality. They don't know the word of God. And so it's easy to just say, just provide 100%.
Yeah.
What happens when life happens and you 22, 23, 24 years old and you get married?
Come on.
The economy messed everybody up.
Come on.
Everybody that thought that they had it, guess what? You got a plan and then God has a plan. What happened to the character? Why you don't talk about character?
Hold on, and Anton.
No. Why you don't talk about character? Because when I teach my daughter, I'm a reflection of the man that I would want my daughter to marry.
Oh, mama calling. Hold on.
I don't tell my daughter to go and look for a guy to provide for her.
Right.
I tell my daughter to go and look for a guy that's believing in God, that has good character, that actually worships and looks for and focuses on his purpose, because everything else falls in line. The money is going to come. We so busy chasing money. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't have to chase money. You don't have to look to women to provide for them, because if you're naturally that, if you're raised up in the admonition of your father, which is what God has ordained for you to do, you don't have to worry about that. That's naturally in you. Yes, absolutely. She should be purposeful, and her purpose at that time could be raising the children, depending on if y'all got children. Her purpose at that time could be out there and bringing in resources because she's learning a new skill that can then translate into the company that y'all build together. It's a lot of nuance and a lot of context, but I hate it when people pander to women because they leading y'all astray. And it sounds like I'm a harsh father.
It's just all lies. It's sweet words with nothing behind it. Legitimately, it's just sweet words with nothing behind it to push his narrative, technically. Because I never understood, like, yes, I am doing the same thing, but I never understood following somebody's word when you don't even see them do the action all the way. You just hear them talk about it. It's like, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I don't feel like I'm different on and off the camera. I feel like I'm the same person, but I don't know. Can't say. But it's just weird to think, because I will not say shit I won't do. Legitimately, I will not say shit I won't do. Some things I hope I will never have to do, definitely, but I will not say shit I won't do.
It sounds like it's a difficult situation. It sounds like you're just supposed to be given everything. But if that's the case, then why are we as a society,
It's cooking them.
why are we as a people, as black people in particular, so far behind, and we further behind than we ever been, even though we the freest and we have the opportunity to choose for ourselves? This isn't God. Ain't none of this what he talking about God right now. And I ain't even studied him. I ain't even getting started. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
But I want clarity before we move on.
Go ahead, let's get-
because when we
let's
talk
get
about
it.
should men pay 100% of the bill, I'm assuming that means, based on the context that you just gave,
It's based
that
off
men-
of your circumstance and situation. Everyone is different, and nobody is a monolith.
My brother,
Yep.
my brother.
Nobody is
My
a
brother.
monolith.
Okay,
I
this one
love,
gotta-
I love how he put so much passion into his words. But when God created man, God gave man a purpose. And what was the purpose? What was the purpose? He placed that man in a garden.
What the?
What's this? That's a tree. What's this? Those are clouds. What's that? That's a sky. What's that? That's a bear.
That's not what
And
happened.
listen to
You don't
me.
even know the
Man,
word of
listen
God.
to me.
Man, I don't know about y'all how much. No, I'm not gonna listen to the rest of that, because he was just saying that to get that reaction out of him. Because what are you saying? You weren't saying nothing that disproved anything he would just said to you. Boy, I'm happy he was talking to you. I know none of this seeped through to him. None of it. You could say whatever you want. None of this seeped through to him, because his pandering has worked on him. Definitely. Maybe he is the way he's saying now, but he wasn't always that way. And why not talk about things that you have done and haven't done, and looking past and not doing anymore? I don't know. He would just rather tell you the sweet nothings and you believe everything he say.